Hi, welcome to this standing yoga class. So today's class will have no downwards facing dog, there'll be no kneeling, there'll be no getting on the floor. It will be a completely wristless free class as well, so no arm balances, no weight on the hands. The entire class is standing and it's quite a dynamic class. We'll be creating a lot of heat in the body as well, so really great if you are in the middle of winter like I am. So we'll be generating lots of heat, all standing, and we will be starting in a standing position, feet hip distance apart. And we'll start with a breathing exercise. This is really focusing on the exhale. And you can do this breathing exercise if you're ever feeling a little bit anxious or a little overwhelmed, as it really helps to calm the nervous system. So what we'll be doing is breathing in and out of the nose, and we'll be inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 5. So we'll start on the inhale, breathing together, inhaling, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can let your breath just return to its natural rhythm, just noticing how the body feels. And then from there, when you're ready, we'll inhale, just reach the arms up overhead. Start to really stretch through the fingertips, creating lots of space in between the fingers, reaching up. You might like to come onto the balls of the feet, so really creating length. And on the exhale, just let it go, release the arms. You can shake it out a little bit, softening the knees. And on the next inhale, coming up onto the balls of the feet if you like, reaching through the fingertips again, just reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, let it go, shaking it out. And we'll do that one more time. So again, inhaling, reaching up, coming onto the balls of the feet, maybe falling over a little bit like I am. And then exhale, release, let it out. Great. And then from here, we'll reach up again, keeping the feet grounded on the floor this time. And we'll take the right wrist with the left hand. On the next inhale, just lengthen through the spine. And exhale, drop over towards the left. You might feel a stretch down the side of the body. Inhale, come back up to center. And then exhale, we'll swap the grip of the wrist. On the next inhale, lengthen. And then on the exhale, just take it over to the other side. And then inhale to come back up to center, releasing the arms down. From here, we'll take a standing cat-cow. So bringing the arms out wide, thumbs facing up, really start to open up through the chest, gaze coming up if it feels okay for the neck. And on the exhale, we'll bring the hands forward, fingers pointing down, chin to chest, start to round through the back. Inhale to open up. Exhale, chin to chest, arms forward. Inhale to open up. Exhale, round through the back, chin to chest. One more time, inhale, open up. Exhale, chin to chest, round forward. And then inhale, come up to standing. And then from here, just to get some heat into the fingertips, we'll just start to swing the arms gently side to side. can start to speed up this movement. You might start to feel the blood rushing to the fingertips. Just like a rag doll. And then just gently release and let the arms naturally fall down by the side. Noticing if you can feel more blood in the fingers. And now we'll move into a stand-in sequence. So if you're using a mat, just come to the front of the mat and make sure you've got enough room behind you to step back. You also want enough room in front of you to kind of come forward. You can have the arms out towards the side, so if you've got the same mat room as me, that's more than enough. So from here, feet can be hip distance apart, or you can have the big toes to touch with a little gap between the heels. Arms down by the side, really start to lengthen through the spine, so reaching up through the crown of the head. And then starting with the left leg, we'll pick the left leg up and just step back, coming onto the ball of that back foot, front knees bent over the ankle, and then inhale to reach the arms up for a high lunge position. While we're here, we want to check our hips are facing forward. So you can always just bring your hands to your hips to check the alignment there. And then on the exhale, we'll start to bring the torso forward and bring the arms out towards the side, aeroplane arms. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, come forward. My balance isn't too great today. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, coming forward. 2 more times. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, aeroplane arms. Inhale to reach up. And last time, aeroplane arms. And then just making your way back up. From here, we can drop our back heel down. Keep that bend in the front knee that will start to rotate the hips so they open up towards the left side of the room. And then arms can come out towards the side, palms facing down. Notice here whether your shoulders are coming up towards the ears. And just see if you can roll the shoulders down the back and just hold it there. Gaze is out over the front fingertips. And you just want to check that knee is over the ankle and it's not coming in at all. Great. This is our warrior 2 pose. Nice strong pose. I'll just be here for 3 more deep breaths. You can make those breaths nice and deep, breathing into the belly. And then start to straighten through that front leg, flip the front palm up, drop the back hand down the back of the thigh, or even the back of the calf, and we'll sweep that front arm up. And then inhale to come back up, bend through that front knee. This time we'll be hinging forward at the hips, dropping the front arm down to the top of the thigh, and sweeping the back arm up. You can either have the fingertips so they're pointing up towards the ceiling, or you can rotate that front palm, that left palm forward, and then just bring it over at a diagonal so you start to get the stretch through the side of the body. Trying to keep the arm opening up so you get a nice stretch there. And then inhale to come back up to our warrior 2. Start to straighten through that front leg. Flip the front palm and make your way back. Inhale to come back up, bend through that front knee, hinging forward, sweeping the arm up. Inhale to our warrior 2. Again, drop that back hand, flip the front arm, straighten that leg. And then make our way back to warrior 2. Last time, hinging forward, dropping that front arm, sweeping the back arm up. And then inhale back up to warrior 2, coming onto the back leg now. Make our way back into our lunge position. You can keep the hands on the waist if you like, or you can bring them up overhead. whatever's best for the balance for you. And then start to bring the weight forward into that front leg. See if you can pick that back leg up with control and then just bring it out in front of you. So this movement is really working the gluteus maximus, the muscle on the outer hip. And we'll be moving between the two poses about 5 times. So either having the arms up if that's better for the balance, or keeping the hands on the hips. And on the exhale, we'll just tap the back toes behind us. And then inhale to come back up. Exhale, tap the toes. Inhale, back up. Exhale, tap the toes. Inhale, back up. Exhale, tap the toes. Inhale, back up. One more time. Exhale, tap the toes. Inhale, back up. And then from here, see if you can start to hinge forward at the hips, bringing the leg out behind you, nice and straight, keeping the hips parallel to the floor. You might like to have the arms out towards the side for aeroplane arms, or if you've got the room and the balance, you can bring the arms out in front of you for warrior 3. Holding it here, feeling the muscles in that leg engage. And then from here, if you like, if you want to take, it's a bit of an inversion, you can bring the hands to the floor and start to bring the head up for half splits pose. Breathing here. You might like to test yourself or challenge yourself by just bringing the hands, maybe one hand around the ankle, maybe both hands around the ankle. And then on the next exhale, just gently with control, place that back foot down and inhale to reach the arms up, arriving back into a high lunge position. And then stepping it forward to the front of the mat and just kind of shake the hips out if you like. So we're working the leg muscles quite a bit in that sequence, and we'll be doing the other side next. So when you're ready, just come back to the front of the mat. Again, feet hip distance apart, or big toes to touch, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And we'll just take a moment here, just noticing how the body feels. And then with control, lifting that right leg up and send it out behind you. Coming onto the ball of that foot, checking the front knee stacked over the ankle. And on the inhale, reaching the arms up. From here, bring the torso forward, arms out towards the side for aeroplane arms. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, aeroplane arms. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, aeroplane arms. 2 more times. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, aeroplane arms. Last time, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, aeroplane arms. Great. And then just coming back up to a high lunge position. Drop that back heel down. Keep the bend in the front knee, and we'll bring the arms out towards the sides. Again, notice if the shoulders are coming up, see if you can roll the shoulders down the back, holding it there. Gaze is forward if it feels good for the neck. And we'll stay here for 2 more deep breaths. On the next inhale, start to straighten through that front leg, flip the front palm, drop the back hand down, the leg as we sweep that front arm up. And then inhale back to our warrior 2. And then coming forward from the hips, bring that front arm down, sweeping the back arm up and over. Make sure you will try and open up through the chest so you're not not collapsing or rounding here. Inhale back up for warrior two. Straighten through that front leg, flip the front hand and reverse our warrior. Inhale back to warrior two. Hinge forward, sweeping that back arm over. Inhale back up. Exhale straight through the front leg, sweeping that front arm over. And inhale back up. Hinge forward, sweep the back arm over. And then inhale back to our warrior two. From here, coming back into our high lunge position, so hips are facing forward again. Maybe readjusting your stance if you need to. And then start to bring the weight forward into that front leg. And then with control, so if you can pick that leg up, bringing it up in front of us. Start to engage the muscles in the left legs, really pulling that outer hip muscle, the gluteus medius, in. Engage the core, pull the belly button in. And then we'll tap these right toes behind us. Inhale back up. My balance is not too great today. And then tapping the toes. Inhale up. Tap the toes. Inhale up. 3 more times. Tapping those toes. Inhale up. Tapping the toes. Inhale up 1 more time. Tapping the toes. Inhale up. So staying here, we'll start to extend that front or that right leg behind us. Bringing the torso down so it's parallel with the floor. Notice if your right hip's beginning to lift, see if you can keep it parallel to the floor as well. And you can keep the hands on the hips, maybe bring the arms out so they're in aeroplane arms. Or if you've got the room and you want to challenge your balance, you can bring the arms out in front of you, coming into a full warrior three pose. And we'll just be here for 3 more deep breaths. And then stay in here if you don't want to take an inversion. Otherwise, you can start to bring the hands down towards the floor and reach that back leg up for half splits pose or standing splits pose. And again, if you want to challenge your balance, maybe taking one hand around the ankle, maybe the other hand around the ankle. And when you're ready to come out of the pose, with control, planting the back foot down, then inhaling to reach the arms up for a high lunge position. And then just stepping that back foot forward, taking the hips out, release the legs. Right. So I'll stretch out the muscles in the legs a little bit. So if you like to use a wall or a chair, feel free to stand next to one. And we'll start with the left leg, give the right leg a little bit, or the left leg a little bit of a break. And we'll bring the leg forward in front of us. See if we can grab onto the ankle, then just bring it behind us. And start to push the hips forward. Trying to keep the hips in line. Get a nice stretch in that front glute with the left leg. And also opening up the hip flexors. And remember to keep breathing here. And releasing that left foot, bringing it forward, crossing at the left ankle over the right knee, and just start to sit down. You can bring your hands together in prayer, hold onto a wall or a chair if that helps. Stretching outer hip and the piriformis muscle. And then inhale to come back up, switching the legs, maybe giving them a little bit of a shake. And we'll take that on the other side. So right leg up this time, taking the right ankle, bringing it behind us for a stretch of the quad stretch. I think I said glute stretch before, I meant quad stretch. And also opening up the hip flexors. You can keep your left hand on the hip if it helps with the balance, or just hold on to a wall. And then releasing the ankle, bringing the foot forward, crossing that right ankle over the left knee. Start to sit back, coming into an all fours or standing all fours position. Hands can come and pray. You might like to see if you can bring the hands down to rest on the leg, or maybe just keep it up at your chest. Or you can have the hands on the hips or on a chair or wall. Nice deep breaths here. And then pushing into the feet, releasing the legs, give it a shake out if you like. And we'll take a IT band stretch now. So crossing the left foot over the front of the right ankle. Hands can come to the hips or the waist. And from here we'll just start to hinge forward at the hips, coming down until our torso is parallel to the floor. So you can bend the knees a bit if you like as well. Inhale to come back up. We'll take that on the opposite side, so crossing the right foot over the left. And then start to hinge forward from the hips, keeping the back nice and straight. Maybe bending the knees. Inhale to come back up, release the legs, and we'll just take a little shoulder stretch. So inhale, reaching the left arm up, placing the hand down the back, and then with the right hand just placing it on top of the elbow, and just gently start to push back, trying to keep the arm in towards the ear, back nice and straight. And releasing that left arm, taking it over towards the right. And then releasing the arm, shaking it out, and we'll just finish with 3 deep breaths. So breathing in through the nose, and we'll just sigh it out of the mouth. We'll do that together. Inhaling, exhale, sigh it out. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, and last time. Inhale, exhale. Great. So that brings us to the end of this standing class. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel a little bit warmer than what you did at the start of the class, and